In today's video, I'm going to introduce a wonderful indicator for identifying divergences. To add this indicator to our chart, here we click on indicators and we search strength of divergence. This one. Strength of divergence across multiple indicators, which is an editor specs indicator, and it's written by someone named Reyes, if I'm pronouncing the name correctly. Alright, this is the indicator, and as the name indicates, it shows us divergences that happen across multiple indicators. As you probably familiar with divergence, it's a signal that shows changing in momentum, so it gives possibility of reversal. There are some indicators that are good choices for identifying reversals, such as RSI, MACD, stochastic oscillator, OBV, among others. For example, let me add RSI to our chart. This one, to show you what a divergence is. For example, here in this part of the chart, you can see that the price is making higher high, but RSI is making lower high. And this is a divergence, a bearish divergence. It shows that the upside momentum is weakening and the downside momentum is gaining strength. This can cause just pausing of the trend and having flat market before proceeding in either direction, like what happened here. As you can see, we had a flat market and then a reversal happened. Or in other cases, an instant reversal can happen after a divergence. Please pay attention that we can also have a divergence but without any changing in the direction of the market, which I'll explain later in this video that how divergences should be used in practice. This was an example of bearish divergence, and on the other hand, when the price is making lower high but the indicator doesn't follow accordingly, it's a bullish divergence and it shows that the downside momentum is losing strength, and on the other hand, the upside momentum is gaining strength. The same concept is applied to other indicators, and now by the help of this indicator we are able to know what indicators show divergence, and also it provides a measure on the strength of the divergences. As you can see, we have some labels that show where a divergence happened. The green labels show bullish divergence and the red labels show bearish divergence. They also have a number that represents the overall divergence strength and also how many indicators are showing divergences. For example, here 7 indicators are showing divergence with the strength of 5.37. If we hover on the labels, it shows a list of what indicators are showing divergence and the individual divergence strength value. For example, here you can see that RSI, OBV, MACD, stochastic, CCI, MFI, and awesome oscillator are showing divergence, and in front of each of them the strength of the divergence is also shown. The total divergence strength is the sum of the strength of individual indicators that are showing divergence, and the strength is calculated based on the magnitude of the price change and also magnitude of indicator change when divergence is happening. Besides these larger labels that you see, we also have these smaller labels that show weak to moderate divergences, and when we hover on them, they show us the total strength and list of indicators that are showing divergence with their strength which is in front of them. Now you may wonder how this indicator identifies divergences. It's actually based on the pivot points that is happening on the chart, and by default it uses these amounts for identifying pivot points and checking for possible divergences, and also all of the components of this indicator are weighted, and you can modify the weighting here in the settings. For example, for magnitude of price change and for magnitude of indicator change, and also for each indicator you can see that a weight is assigned for them. For example, here RSI has the highest weight among others. The default setting works pretty well, but you can adjust the weight based on your trading strategy so it will better match your whole analytical process. For example, you may give more weight to OBV if your trading strategy is more focused on volume changes. Please pay attention that hidden divergences are also considered by default, which you can uncheck them from here, or you can also give them a lower weight which by default has the same weight as regular divergences. Alright, now you may wonder how these informations must be used in practice. If you're familiar with divergences, so you know that having a divergence doesn't necessarily mean reversal, and they can just show a short pause or pullback which is happening in the market. So divergences should be seen as a probability and clue that maybe a change is going to happen. When some indicators at the same time show divergence, it tells us that maybe a serious change is going to happen and it's just just a possibility. Generally, the more indicators show divergence, the stronger will be the possibility of changing in the direction of the market. And the good point with this indicator is that it also gives us a measure of strength based on the weight that is given to each indicator. For example, for extreme divergences with strength of 7 or 8 or 9 that may happen on the chart, like this one or these ones, for these extreme divergences with high value of strength, most of the time we have a considerable change in the direction of the market, which can be a good opportunity for trading. You must pay attention to both of the strength and the number of indicators that show divergence. Weaker signals that are based on lower divergent indicators and strength have lower probability, but they can still end up with the expected result, like this one as you can see, or they may just be a sign of a short pause or pullback in the market, like these ones as you can see here. So to decrease our risk and increase the probability of achieving our expected result, we need to use this indicator in conjunction with other indicators and tools to discover turning points of the market correctly. If you look carefully, you can see that after most of these signals, even the weaker ones, we had a pause or at least a small turning in the market, but not all of them are suitable for trading, and we need to pick the ones that truly forecast considerable changes in the direction of the market. Divergences are not generally buying or selling signals, and you should take them more as of a trade confirmation. In a separate video, I will teach you a trading strategy based on this indicator in conjunction with other indicators and tools, and I'll show you how you can use this indicator in practice. Alright, that's it. Thank you for watching this video. If you have any questions, feel free to ask and leave a comment for me. I'll answer your questions as soon as possible. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe and hit the bell so you get the notifications of my new videos. See you guys in next video and good luck with your trading.